So does it feel like accomplishment for you graduates? Do you feel like you've done it, like you've realized a dream? Have you been able to reduce maybe the kilos on the scale or the waist around the circumference or to walk the 10,000 kilometers as has been suggested during the sessions? No doubt, whatever sacrifice you've made, every Monday evening, the pictures. So no doubt.
Kindly unmute Lorraine.
No doubt the sacrifices you have made, be it every Monday evening, being here with us, the pictures at every meal, the thoughts before you indulge in any meal have been worth it. And indeed, the 10,000 kilometers. The journey has just begun, and the reward is good health. And we are so happy to welcome the graduating class to this session and everybody who has come to be with us. As we said, the journey must be good. There's rewards to it. I'm sure you're able to fit better into your clothes, or more than anything else, you're able to have the knowledge to navigate this new lifestyle. During this 3 months, there has no doubt been a lot to learn, to unlearn, and to relearn. So what stood out for you? Was it the carbohydrate intelligence? Was it your relationship with food? Was it your social networks? Or was it mental wellness? Indeed, all of this collates very well into a healthy lifestyle. It's interesting how everything works together to give us a complete and healthy lifestyle. And we at DTLC are very proud of you. So dear graduates of Season 8, do go forth and make a profound difference in your families and communities. We have many friends and visitors today joining us for this graduation. This is what happens at DTLC. We are starting one very soon in June, on June the 9th. But let's hear from the team first. Who is behind DTLC? Who is DTLC? There's a whole team that makes all of this happen every Monday evening, and we shall ask the team to step up and tell us who they are and what contribution they make to DTLC. And indeed, we start off with none other than the founder of DTLC. So Dr. Ojwang, who are you and what do you do at DTLC?
Yes, good evening, everybody. I am glad to welcome you here today. So my name is Alice Ojwang, or let's say Dr. Alice Ojwang. I am the founder of DTLC, and I can say DTLC was called Diabetes Zeni Health Nutrition Clinic. We just changed the strategy. So DTLC is Diabesity Nutrition Center. My specialty is on obesity and diabetes, and of course, a few things related to that. So I am really honored to stand here today and introduce myself, because, and to celebrate the success of season 1. We have worked together. You have showed up every week after week. You have posted your pictures. You have asked questions. You have been, sometimes wondering, is this going to work? But you have made it. So I'm happy tonight. So tonight we celebrate your journey, your resilience, and the community we built together. So thank you. And I look forward to hearing stories and, of course, encouraging others to join us for the next season. Thank you so much. Over to you, Ms. Lorraine.
Thank you, Dr. Ojwang. Dr. Ojwang works with a panel of doctors. Unfortunately, the ones who are here every day, that is Dr. Atieno Jalango and Dr. Nyawera, are not in today. They've both traveled out of the country. But we have other doctors in the house. I think I saw Yvonne, and I'm not sure if Dr. Otieno is here as well. Yvonne Carrier, let us see you and tell us what you do for DTLC.
Otherwise, I can share the poster.
Okay. Thank you, Yvonne. Dr. Otieno, is she in, Lydia? Okay. The doctors seem not to be here today, but that's a snapshot of who they are. Okay. In the absence of the doctors, we have the rest of the team that makes this happen, and we go next to Mildred. Tell us, who are you and what do you do for us for DTLC?
Thank you, Lorraine. I'm Mildred Nyange. I'm the nutritionist at DTLC. I support you, comment on your foods, chat, talk to you, call you, encourage you, support you. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the strict one who makes sure we toe the line. So thank you very much, Mildred, for making that happen. I think I saw Yvonne come in. Yvonne Carrier, there you are.
So sorry, I lost my video when I was trying to come on. Hi, everybody. Congratulations to the graduating class. I'm so proud of you to have come this far. And I think we can never tire of saying thank you to Dr. Ojwang for coming up with such a life-saving program like this. God bless you and add you more to the whole DTLC team. So for me, what I specialize in is glucose monitoring, because now if we are dealing with diabetes, then we need to know the numbers. You need to know how the different carbohydrates are affecting you. You need to know how to titrate your insulin, how to use your medication, the effect of exercise on your blood sugar. So for us at DOP, we specialize in making sure that you have the tools that you need, the most advanced diabetes technology when it comes to blood glucose monitoring. So yeah, again, my sincere congratulations to the graduating class.
Thank you. That's very nice. Very the tech girls, eh? Yeah, thank you for adding that to the team. Okay, I think we had Dr. Otieno, mental health wellness, that contributes greatly to a total lifestyle change. Dr. Otieno?
Yes, I am here. Thank you very much. I've been struggling to join in. I think I had a technical challenge. But I'm here. Yeah, thank you.
So tell us, what do you do for DTLC, Dr. Otieno?
Oh my. I've really been caught. But literally for DTLC, I work as a partner. And what we do is support the clients in terms of their mental health. We create awareness, and then we do assessment for them so that they know exactly where they are. And if there's any management in terms of mental health, then we are available to support them along the journey as they also deal with other things alongside. So I guess that's what we do in terms, and especially on stress and stress management.
Yeah.
Thank you. Who'd have thought that that contributes to the whole journey, total lifestyle change, but we have learned from having Dr. Otieno in session that it does. Stress and how to manage stress so that we are well on our health journey. Who else do I see? I see Lydia. You put all of this together. Tell us how and what.
Thank you. Good evening, participants, dear friends, dear guests. My name is Lydia Muragori. I've had the great privilege of serving as the admin for DTLC 9, handling communications, registrations, making sure everything behind the scenes is just running smoothly. So a big congratulations to DTLC 9 participants. It's such a joy to witness your growth. Thank you for trusting the process. Thank you for being bold. Congratulations once again. This is just the beginning.
Thank you for making it happen, Lydia. There's a lot that you do behind, pulling all the strings and making sure we are all here on time. Thank you very much for a job well done. And then we have our budding nutritionist, Brighton, with a very bright star coming up. Do tell us what you do for DTLC.
Thank you, Lorraine. Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to our graduates. Yes, I'm Brighton Onyango, as I introduced a nutritionist intern here. So I want to say, on the background, I help with the analysis of the food pictures that we normally post, and also try to give feedback and analyze the progress that we made based on the food pictures that maybe were posted at initial stage and also at the end of the season. So from there, at least you'll also be able to see the progress that you've actually made from the start up to where we are at the moment. So I want to just let you know, rather encourage us to continue being consistent in all that we've learned throughout the season, and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Brighton. So the pictures are not just pictures, they speak a very important message, and we thank you for the analysis, the work behind the scenes. And then there's the prefect. Where is Faith? She tells us about herself.
I think she's missing.
Yeah,
Network
Faith is
issue,
missing?
perhaps.
Okay, okay. Anyone else I would have missed out from the team? I think that
Well,
is...
there are people who are not here. We have a lot of people on our side. We have our family doctors, Dr. Tieno Jalango and Dr. Nyawira Maina. We have Professor Esho, who is not there. And then we have our UK team, who will be joining us shortly, Professor Hiba and Dr. Evans Asamane. In fact, I can see him just coming in.
Yeah.
So I think we can introduce them when the time comes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, DTLC team, for doing a very good job getting this together and making sure the sessions never miss and is always productive. Thank you once again. But the show is just a show if it's not having impact. So let us find out, has it really had impact? Let's hear from the graduates themselves and tell us, how has it been for you? How has the journey been? How have you benefited? And what would you have to tell anybody else who wishes to join the program? So we have, we'll start off. We have a few of you who have volunteered to tell us their story. Thank you for sharing your story with us. And let us start with Nancy Bulimo. She has such beautiful food pictures. I see that. So Nancy, do talk to us. See?
Hi, everyone. Good evening.
Great,
Good
great.
evening.
Good evening.
Yes, fiddling with my phone, but here we are. You can hear me, right?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Please
Nancy,
proceed.
what name does she have? I can't see her.
NB,
Okay,
Bulimo.
Okay, yes, I found you. Okay.
Yeah, so yes, my name is Nancy Bulimo. I am a cancer survivor, and I joined DTLC with high blood pressure, managing high blood pressure and cholesterol. Okay, so before I even share really about my journey, I'm just very, very, very grateful to the whole team of DTLC. And I've actually managed to speak to just about everybody. Thank you so much. It's been really helpful having you, work with me in this journey. So anyway, I joined with 99 kgs of weight. When I joined, initially I'm like, well, I'm not diabetic, all that. But I got to understand by and by as I went on in the program that this is not yes, a lot of the people in the group are DTLC, rather are diabetic, but it is actually a lifestyle that everybody actually, if possible, should just join, because the changes that I've seen for me are just amazing, because after about 12 weeks, I actually lost 9 kgs. And initially I'm like, what? When I'd done maybe 6 or 7 weeks, I'd lost 5 kgs. And so 9 kgs in 12 weeks, I'm like, how is that possible? But it's true, numbers don't lie. But a lot of things actually have stood up for me. And that's just, just learning about, first of all, even as I started, the question was, what is my why? Why have I joined? Why start this program? And I heard, or I discovered that I had many toxic habits that were really, really affecting me. Just a very, very bad relationship with food. I just, I would just eat and eat and eat. And just I wake up in the morning and I'm thinking, I need to go downstairs and eat. So the beginning was a big struggle for me, a really big struggle. I mean, it's like, I wasn't afraid to share actually my struggles, because I'm like, how am I gonna eat, this small portion of food? How can I get full on just this, and just learning about carbohydrate intelligence, and just and taking a lot of advice, struggling, but taking the advice that I was getting has really, really helped me. And just, I think the exciting thing for me was, I had tried, losing weight many, many, many times. And actually, the other person I must thank who introduced me is Mary Nyawade, who has been a champion, and she's walked with me. So by the time I was actually, when Mary was reaching out to me, I was actually going into depression, because my own mother, had cholesterol, and she actually, the doctor said she got a stroke. This is like almost 15 years ago, and they said it was a result of high cholesterol. So every time, like I would check my cholesterol, I'm like, at the back of my mind, I'd just think about my mother, So yes, on top of wanting to just lose weight and feel great, there was that scare about, getting a stroke and being like my mom. She's still alive, but in a very sorry state. This was a woman who was just, she was something, but now she's just there on a chair. She can't walk. She can't, they have to do everything for her. So that scared me. But, I'm like, so anyway, that was my why. So even as I would be fighting, and I'm like, no, I have to make this work. I have to do this. So, just working on, so we were taught about carbohydrate intelligence, about portion control, about, eating healthy. The other thing is, it's not a diet. It's a lifestyle, and with time, I've just gotten to a point where, I see it is workable. The other thing, that I just loved, because of course, having tried before to lose weight, I even worked with a nutritionist who told me, don't take milk, don't eat meat, don't do this, don't do that. And as soon as someone says that, a barrier just comes up, it just blocks your mind. So with this, it's been very, very, very helpful because I can eat anything. I can eat everything that I want, really, in moderation. There's, of course, the portions that I have to make sure that I check. And then also the food, like I got to learn that animal protein, I cannot eat it beyond a certain time, which, the farthest you can push it is 6 p.m. And so because I love meat, I like, I love food. I'm a good cook. And I'm like, wow, I want to eat all this, protein, but, keep it within certain hours, because when you eat beyond, we're used to eating 8, 9, you're not able to sleep well. So just making sure that I eat, within certain hours, depending on the food that I want to eat, has really, really helped me. And now I look at the portions that I eat, I'm like, I can't believe I used to eat so much food. And one of the other things as well that has stood out for me is just, I missed the introduction, but I think they have, speakers, have shared about the different specialities, it's the panel of specialists, first of all, that they're at my disposal. And then secondly, that we're not just talking about food, there's the fact about my rest, my sleeping hours. I'll be the one sitting up 11, 12, 1, sometimes 2, even 3. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm waiting for my husband, and I'll be watching movies. Like when I'm done with my dinner, I'm like, now let me just sit and nobody disturbs me. So I'd be watching movies, I'd be, just back and forth on my phone. And I'd be doing like 4, 5 hours. I wake up, I'm tired, but so just learning about rest as well, being one of the natural doctors, has really just helped me. So now I guard my time, in fact, Anis called me about 9 and I'm like, no, I need to start settling down, and I found that, indeed, when I'm able to go to bed early, I sleep and I wake up rested, like I pop up and I'm actually awake, I'm rested. And the other thing just about mental health, that's the other thing. I'm like, wow. So it's not just food, it's not just sleep, it's not just, oh, by the way, even hydration. Even after losing 9 kgs, nobody has actually, there's a few people who've told me, yeah, we've noticed, but nobody has told me, they've come to me shocked, like, I look haggard because of hydration. And I was just excited to find out that there's a formula of how to calculate the quantity of water you take in, because we're all different sizes, so the volume obviously is going to be different, but you don't stop and think about that. So hydrating a lot. I mean, I'm 61, I forgot to say, 61, and going to 16. And but
yes.
People are like, wow, what are you doing? All that. But
Yeah.
I have found that hydration is a big thing. Because again, in the past, I've tried to lose weight, and you find this one person, they're focusing on just maybe even the portions. Nobody tells you about hydration. Nobody tells you about exercise. And exercise is not going and crunching, in what is this? The gym, lifting weights, just doing steps. So I've been intentional. I don't like to walk, but it's been a reason for me, and it's now actually part of of my life, you know, because my husband wakes up and you know, I'm dressing up. He's like, "Did you go walking? Did you just come from walking?" You know, because I'll go early in the morning. So even just when I'm not able to walk outside, I just dance. You know, I put on music that is danceable and I just dance. You know, as long as I'm moving, mobile, you know, just doing those steps. And I do enjoy actually. And even where food is concerned, you know, like just it's nothing, it's not anything unreachable. You know, I enjoy cooking. And these are foods that I come across, but you just don't think you should include this and that in your diet. And I have just, you know, we were encouraged to display, to post our meals, rather our plates, you know, like your lunch or your breakfast or your dinner, you know, you display them. And
And you've done
just
a very good job of that, Nancy. You've done a very good job. And I like the way you're summarizing a lot of the points that you've learned. I think you could tell us about every lesson, all the 12, eh? But what is it especially would you like to tell anybody thinking about joining DTLC? If I had to, you had to pick up just 2 points.
Okay. One thing, it is holistic. You know, it just doesn't focus on diet alone. It is a whole person, you know, my mental health, you know, just surrounding myself with positive people and all that. And also that it's sustainable. You know, I'm not, you know, like the diet of, you know, just do the proteins or just do this. You know, it is a balanced diet that is manageable. Anybody can do it, and it's not just for people who are managing lifestyle diseases. You know, anybody can actually do it because it is doable. It is manageable. You know, I'm not like I was excited that I'm not dropping any food. I can eat any food, but within the confines of, you know, either hours or the combinations and all that. So it is what is in our kitchen, just being able to play around with that, doing variety. So I don't know if I've answered, but
I think you have.
and
I
then
think
I'm
you
also
just,
nervous, excuse me,
no,
but
it's okay. You're good. You're so good. I like the glow on your face.
thank
You
you.
look very beautiful. You have done a good job. I think your plates are just as pretty as you. And thank you for
Thank
being
you.
such a sterling performer in season 9. I think
Thank
Crystal
you.
has written a whole message for you. So you read it on the chat. But thank you very much, Nancy, and we wish you the very, very best.
Thank
Great.
you.
And
Thank
stay
you.
here and contribute some more.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
And then
Thank
we
you.
have, let's balance the gender and have Andrew. Andrew and I, tell us your story. How has it been for you? How have you benefited from DTLC?
I just saw Andrew here.
I thought I did.
Yeah, I'm around.
Good.
My name is.
You're muted. Sorry.
Okay. So my name is Andrew, as everyone has heard. And how did I come to know about DTLC? My sister sent me a poster, and I ignored it at first. Now, a year down the line, I contacted Lydia, and so the journey started.
The secret is out 1 year later. Okay.
Yeah, 1 year later. I think my sister who works, I discovered just the other day that she's a colleague of Dr. Alice. Yeah, I'll talk to Dr. Alice later about that.
Okay.
Now, I joined with diabetes, hypertension, some kidney problems, and back problems. The learnings have been great. I've learned a lot about portion control, carb intelligence, and even through the food postings that my teammates always do post. The exercises I've done a lot, and I've even improved on the sleeping habits. I learned a lot about the various medicines that we use for hypertension, for diabetes, and so on. And I'm happy to. Hello.
You proceed. It's okay.
I'm happy to report that somehow my kidney problems have miraculously disappeared. The BP, my doctor has advised me to stop taking medicines and continue monitoring. Blood sugar, though I'm still taking the medicines, but is still within the norms. I've lost 10 kilos. I started the program at 88 kilos. I'm at 78 at the moment. So it's just been great. And what has impressed me most is about organizing my life. I remember the two gentlemen in the video clips. The one that was organized and the one that was disorganized, and I realized that it's total lifestyle change. So I can say I've really benefited from the program.
Excellent. That is such a beautiful story. Beautiful, beautiful story. Dr. Ojwang, you want to say something about that?
Yes, thank you so much. This is what keeps us going, Mr. Ndai and even Rose, to be able to, the doctor to be able to remove blood pressure medication and to diagnose you that your kidney has healed. There is nothing that makes me happier. And you did it because all you did was follow instructions, you know, till you remove this, and maybe at this point, Lorraine, before you call the next person, maybe I need to show some of the transformations that people have done. I can just share some slides here to show the transformation that this team has done. And this is where they're reporting. The first speaker reported 9 kilos weight loss. The second speaker reported, I don't know what you said about diabetes, Mr. Ndai. I know your blood pressure, doctors removed medication. Yes.
I said that diabetes is controlled, is very well controlled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I'm still working on that, and I'm very, very sure that very soon I'll be out of the medicines.
Well done, everybody. These are real stories, real actions. But what we do is very simple. Just take you through instructions. You can see from this first slide here that these are meals people were eating at the beginning. So part of what you have to do when you join the program, you have got to show us what you're eating. And this is how you learn, and everybody else learns from your plate, and you learn from others. So what you can see is cycled here is people are having double carbohydrates. When you're living with diabetes, when you're overweight, or when you're just normal and you want to prevent obesity, control your sugars, you can't eat two types of carbohydrates. So this person is eating like banana and ndumas. We eat maize and beans and another starch. You eat ndumas and fruit, you know, ugali and fruit, rice and beans, beans and potatoes. You can see the plates when people started. That is week 1. We just picked a few plates, and you can see a lot of excess. Then you can see week 3, things are getting better, but we still have double carbohydrates. And this is because we have not even talked about carbohydrate intelligence. It's just that we watch people for at least 3-4 weeks, and then now we start doing this. And this is week 4. just a few people, but you can see the plate is improved. Why have we crossed tea? Because when you take tea, caffeine with food, it prevents absorption of iron and other nutrients. So we're just teaching you good things you need to do so that you don't get in trouble with your health. Now let's fast forward. Look at people's plates now. Okay? This is now week 10. Of course, in the middle there, it's the same. You can see the colorful plates, the vegetable portions, the carbohydrate portions, and no one is complaining. And this is why Nancy is saying she cannot believe that she was eating so much and now she's eating so little. And even these are for both male and female. Everybody is eating like this. Everybody is eating like this. For somebody to be able, like Miss Andaya just said, his kidney condition was healed. It's just your diet plays a very big role in your health. And these are the proud plates of people in the team. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, these are the plates. So this is part of the transformation, and this is just food. So if you eat like this all the time, really, are you going to get sick? Your weight is just going to drop like a joke. We didn't put anybody on a weight loss diet. We just taught you to eat healthy. Thank you. Back to you, Miss Lorraine. And I'd like to acknowledge, Lorraine, we also have, I don't know, we have our international panel. We have Irene Otieno, who is a dietitian from Canada. Irene, you can just say 1 minute about yourself, what you do. I don't know, I'm still waiting for Asamane from the UK and Professor Hiba from the UK. Yes, Irene, go ahead. You're muted.
Kindly unmute, Irene.
You're still muted.
There you go.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, sorry, again. Yeah.
Okay. I think that works now.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Irene Otieno. I'm a dietitian in Toronto, Canada. My background is primarily was in clinical nutrition, so inpatient, but I've also had a lot of outpatient, I've done some outpatient clinics within my practice and worked with a lot of people with all sorts of chronic diseases related to lifestyle. And so this, having the opportunity to be able to observe this intervention has been amazing because when you look at, the patient population in Kenya versus the patient population in Toronto, there's a lot of differences in terms of how people eat. And that's been a glaring difference for me to observe. When I look at the food diaries of this patient population, I'm amazed at how well people eat compared to the Western diet. So behavior change is hard, I understand. I mean, I am totally impressed at the changes that the patients have made here and their outcomes. Because I know if you've eaten and practiced certain behaviors all your life, it's extremely difficult to change. Extremely difficult to change. Now, when you think of a population here where majority of people have grown up eating fast food, that's all they know. Getting the food diaries to look like the ones that you just presented is very, very, very challenging. So this is really, to me, like the gold standard of what outcomes should look like.
Wow, excellent.
Yeah, and I just want to say to the patients, I know it's a journey. It's not a destination. Keep up the good work, and I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you. Over to you, Ms. Lorraine.
Okay, good. Thank you very much, Dr. Tieno. Welcome. Okay, so let's hear from somebody else. Real stories made real good, made at DTLC, let us say. And for next week, let's talk to Roderick Mitei, also from season 9, one of the graduates.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Roderick.
Yes, my name is Roderick.
I can't see you, Roderick.
Hello,
What
are
is
you
your
able to see me?
Yes, I want to see you so I can put you here We see
Yes,
you.
I'm there.
Okay, I'll find you.
Unfortunately, when I look at myself, I'm under Lydia.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, Lydia.
That's another Lydia.
We can rename, no problem.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
yes, my name is Roderick. I am 58 years old. And I joined DTLC program 3 months ago, of course, when it started. And I'm happy to report that since I joined, I've been able to lose over 10 kgs. And this is because I followed what the program was did. And I want to congratulate the medical team and the nutritionist who have been able to assist us in the program. So mine is to say, yes, it is possible to do so many things that as long as you follow what you are required to do. So mine is for me, I joined really through an app that I saw through an estate WhatsApp group. And after I looked at it and I said, let me join it. And I inquired. After inquiring, I noticed that it was a good program. So for me, I had an issue of diabetes. So I've been able to follow it all through. I really follow what is mentioned in every weekly program, and I have seen it work. So for those who may be doubting it, then I think they need to really look at it in a different way because it works. If I'm able to lose 11 kgs in a period of less than 3 months, then it means it is workable. So I want to thank the medical team chaired by the Dr. Ojwang. Well done, Daktari. I think you have done a great job. For me, you have really changed my life. Unfortunately, I want to say it for the purpose of the program. I used to drink a lot. So I think for those who, whatever, and I'm able to, I stopped drinking. For the last 1.5 months now, I've been able to stay without, and I'm happy. I'm seeing myself going to the right direction. And with medicine, every time I check my sugars in the evening, maybe sometimes it's around 5 point something, 5.6, for example. So in such a scenario, I don't see any reason why I should take medicine further when I'm at 5.6. But initially, I used to have my sugars reading at even up to 10 or 8. So I'm looking at a lot of progress after joining this program. So I think it is something that I want to congratulate all the stakeholders in the program and anybody who has joined, because I think it works. And if you are doubting, call me. I will tell you, because I've lost 11 kgs, which is a good story. And yes, and I noticed also, I think what works magic in the program is the food that we take. So if you really want to see any changes in your life, it's really about what you eat. If you eat anything that strikes your sugars, for example, then obviously it means it will strike it will raise your sugars. But if you want to maintain your sugars, keep to what the program is telling us. So for sure, yes, I have stuck to what you have said, and I have learned a lot, and I'm happy. And I'm seeing a lot of progress in my life. I'm lighter. I walk a lot. Sometimes I can even do 12,000 steps. I even do there's one time I did about 17, which is a good story. So it means it works.
It
Yeah.
works.
Yes.
Thank you.
And to be very honest, the only thing I can tell my team is it is only self-discipline, and that works. If you discipline yourself on some certain things, avoid eating. For me, I stopped eating 3 meals a day to 2 days a day, 2 meals a day.
Okay,
So I
great.
do my breakfast and I do my lunch, come dinner at about maybe 2 to 3, and that's it up to the next day. So that is what I've done, and I'm seeing a lot of progress. So I think anyone who wants to see changes must be able to be strict in terms of doing such certain yeah. So I want to congratulate the team. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Roderick.
Thank you,
Yes,
Roderick.
We
I
appreciate.
can see the champion for the next season. Thank you so
and
much. Well done.
and also to add on it is my family has supported me a lot. Yeah, I've also encouraged my family, who have been very supportive, to ensure that I do what is required in the program.
Nice.
So
Good
here
job.
is Carol.
It's the
Briefly.
family.
Hi.
Hi.
The force behind, eh?
Yes.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Carol.
Thank you so much, and yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate what you DTLC has done, and we look forward to the next session.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Asante.
Don't go. We're still here. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good. Let's get another one, and Dr. Ojwang, you can comment after that. Let's talk to Virginia Waithera. What's your story?
Yeah, so we invited other people from the other season, and when we finish with the two success stories left, then we are going to talk to our champions, because what we do is from every season we take people who've done very well to move on to the next season and to support and encourage. So we have the DTLC champions that came from season 7, joining season 9. And so, yeah, we will talk to them shortly. Thank you. Over to you, Lorraine.
Okay, great. So let's have Waithera then. Virginia, tell us your story.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening.
My names are Virginia Wanjiku Waithera. I am 50 years old. The good thing is that I am a nutritionist. Don't do like that's how they are doing it nowadays. It doesn't show. I have aged backwards in the last few months. So I am one of the team members that are continuing this journey of wellness and doing very well. I am a nutritionist or dietitian working at the main referral hospital, that is KNH. So my journey started just by getting diabetes. I did not know where it came from, but I am asthmatic. So because of taking steroids for many years, I actually got diabetes from that, and the cholesterol levels were quite high. They were really high, extremely high. So I was like, do I join my colleague, Alice, when I saw the poster in one of our groups for nutrition? And I was like, I think I better join this, because now I don't know how to handle this. My specialty is mothers and children, pregnant women, children. I work in clinical, but do a bit of community and outside because of the mothers and children. So I was like, hey, I think I better join the people who know how to handle this because it's getting out of hand. HB1C at one time was 9.3. The sugars were reading 9, 10, at a point 11. So I was like, and I had a big tummy. I was always pregnant. So I was like, there was some people used to call me Katumbo. So, because the tummy was always there. And my weight was somewhere around 68. I am short. I'm one of the shortest people around. That's about 153 centimeters. So having a 68 kg, 67 there, that means that's a lot of weight. Not obese, but extremely overweight. And sometimes I think it went all the way beyond. So I started the journey, knowing very well that being healthy is all round. That means you have to be mentally well, you have to be spiritually well, you have to be physically good, you have to be wholesome, finally, even sexually. And that's one of the lessons we learned here. So it's a whole wellness. So I started the journey. Long story short, in about 3 months, I had lost weight. I had gained what is it called? I had gained a lifestyle that was enabling me to be able to handle my system in every parcel of the way. I lost weight. Currently, I am at 62. I had lost too much, but then I gained a bit. Now I'm at 62. My waistline is better. I came from a size 14. Now I'm a size 10. In fact, most of my clothes are small. I'm a size 10. I'm feeling nice. All my clothes are to go. Nothing fitted. Nothing. From the outside clothes to the inner clothes, all of them were falling. So I had to do a whole new budget by October. We did the one from July to October. So by the time it was December, somewhere in November, I had to do an overhaul of all my clothes to be able to fit into anything. So anything I have now is typically new. I went to all practitioners, most of the health professionals that were there. The only one I didn't attend was the sexual class, but I went to the podiatrists. I went to the mental health mwalimu. I actually did a visit there. I think I got even a certificate for the most attending, participating in almost everything. I actually got a certificate for that. So my HB1C now is 6. Wow. I'm able to range somewhere 6. I don't post much, but I take the picture of head. I take the photos in my head. I eat well up to now. This many months later, I have a lifestyle change in that the meat, my house is a meat family. My meat, I take it in the morning. I am served, but I never eat it. I keep it for morning. Morning, I entered the challenge for vegetables. I'm able to do now. They cut for me. By morning, I find my vegetables ready. And yeah, I wear sport shoes. We were taught about sport shoes, both here and by the podiatrist. So I wear sport shoes. I did a whole range of this nice sport shoes. So I'm able to walk around. I'm able to, anytime that I'm walking, I'm able to utilize. I don't have to start looking for shoes to wear because everywhere I go, I'm with my sport shoe, including at work. So that makes a total lifestyle change. And they keep asking, where do you get your shoes? And like, this is purposeful because I have to wear proper shoes for my work. I get from work to home, it's 8 kilometers. Recently, I've not been able to walk because I've been unwell, and that's another journey. And I can say that the journey for walking, the journey for the lifestyle change in overall helped me at a time when I was unwell. In February, I was very sick. I had to go to theater. My whole body was unwell. When I went into the ward, I was told by the diabetologist they have to start using insulin because at that time the sugars were very high because of infection. And they said they'll use insulin in conjunction with my oral medicine. And I was like, okay. See, I can handle this one. Immediately I was taken to theater. They were able to remove the insulin by the 3rd day because my diet was proper. In fact, they had to bring me my usual food. I love githeri. And they had to bring me my usual githeri from home. Even if Kenyatta does not allow food from outside, I was able to get my githeri through. I was able to do my water very well. And I was waking up as early as 6. Even in my wounds, I could wake and walk around. So the nurses would ask, why are you walking? But I'm like, I can't sleep. I'm on 0 steps, a very few steps, but I could always move from my bed. And that means before the week was over, I was out of hospital. And I've managed to put my system back to normal and get out of the illness. And my wound healed quite fast. In fact, the person who dresses the wound was like, what do you do? And you are diabetic. I was like, yeah, wounds don't heal from diabetics. But then mine has healed, and it was quite deep. It has healed this. It actually took 14 days. By the next 14 days, plus the 1 week within the hospital, that means around 21 days. And the wound was healed really typically. It has just a small portion on the inside that is not healed. So I can say that the lesson I picked from here typically have worked, not only for me. They changed my husband, who is a diabetic hypertensive, who had refused to take medicine or go to hospital or even do a prick. I'm afraid of needles. I had to go for therapy for that. One of the reasons I can't do needle pricks. But he is able to do his own pricking. He's able to take his own blood pressure. Now he's able to even go to the hospital. And he's trying to lose weight. He's quite obese, but he's trying to lose weight. You can see him walking. I've actually seen his shoes for walking outside. He can do it now by himself.
Company. He's in very good company.
Very good. And he's changing diet. He was a big eater, especially at night. And he comes from a family of big people. So he's changing. Even his plate looks different. Everything looks he has also changed the whole wardrobe. Even the mother was asking me, what did you do to this one to make him even just lose weight? So I can say I have a full lifestyle change. I am in touch with my circadian rhythm. I sleep early. I wake up early. I'm able to do my duties. I was in a toxic work environment. I was able to move from there. I was not even moving in that workstation. I'm in a simpler workstation where now nobody is toxic in the area. I'm able to handle my environment very well. So when it says the journey is continuing, I am young.
Another champion in the making.
Everything is super now.
Okay. Thank you. And you've told your story so well. Thank you so much, Virginia. We wish you the very best, and we pray that your husband follows in your footsteps as well.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Great.
you, Virginia. Thank you. Yes.
Okay. I think let's have our final one so that we wrap up this section. And it's true, Valerie, very amazing stories. So Violet, would you like to amaze us as well?
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Wow. Special gratitude to Dr. Nelly Otieno. She is the psychologist who introduced me to the program, and DTLC for embracing me. My name is Violet Kiaria. I'm majored in the field of mental health. I'm the team from the Restore and Renew Wellness. I was specifically in the season 7. Yes. If I'm not wrong, season 7 or 8?
8.
It's 8. Yes. I was in season 8. And I remember when getting into the DTLC program, at first, when it was introduced to me by Dr. Nelly, I was like, okay, what do we do here? This is my first time hearing this term. And we will be able to handle stress management. So when I got into the group and we started the programs, I blended in. It became like my family, with the steps, with the presentations from the specialists, and I really enjoyed. One thing though, I'm one of those people who used to say, me, I just have big bones, okay? Our family is full of big hands, okay? So it runs in the family. Those are my terms. That was my goal to kind of excuse every time the scale gave me an attitude. I used to exercise a lot, yes, but no results. I came into DTLC weighing 96, 98 kilograms. And yes, I was fluctuating like the stock market chart, okay? To be honest, I was seriously in the game of the gym. I could sit for hours, sometimes focused, intense on pressing the buttons like my life depended on it, okay? But when it came to food, discipline was very much of zero. I had the energy to win, all the battles probably from the screens, but not the one happening in my kitchen. Okay, so every meal felt like a reward. Even when I had done nothing in particular, I just rewarded myself with a meal. But then I got into this program and things started changing and shifting. Not just in my body, but also in my mind. One big thing DTLC helped me realize is that genes are not a prison sentence. Okay. Yes, maybe my aunties, my uncles, my grandmother were all on the heavier side, but that doesn't mean I couldn't actually change me. I learned that discipline, this is something I learned, and it is very crucial, that discipline can actually beat even the strongest excuses. And let me tell you, I had many excuses. Today I weighed today to be certain that I'm telling you the correct figure. Today I weigh 79. Okay, today I weighed 79, and no, I didn't do a crash diet or sell my soul. I just trusted the process. Okay, listened to the coaches in here from Dr. Alice Ojwang. There was Mildred around, and learned how to say no to that 10 p.m. snack that was calling my name, like a long lost lover. Okay, I was a binge eater whenever it was 10 p.m. So now I feel lighter. I feel very lighter, even in the hands which used to give me low self-esteem. Especially, I couldn't even dress in tops. I could only do long sleeved kind of tops. Now I feel lighter. Okay, not just physically, but also emotionally. I'm happier and more confident. And honestly, proud of myself. So I wake up with energy, I game less, I move more, and when I look in the mirror, I no longer say big bones, okay? I say it's hard work. So I want to say this, something from my heart, okay? Not just as someone who has walked this journey, but also as therapist who understands how deeply this condition can actually affect not just the body, but also the mind and the soul. Living with diabetes is not easy, okay? It comes with routines. That is something I picked while I was in the journey of season 8. There's a lot of routine, restrictions, worries, and even sometimes there's shame or even just frustration. But let me remind you of something powerful. You're not your condition. So diabetes may be part of your story, but it is not part of your identity. You are strong, you are resilient, you are still in control of how you live. So how you love and even how you care for yourself. I know there are days when the numbers on the glucose meter feel like they are mocking you, okay? I know there are the moments when you feel like I tried of always being on top of things, but I also know this, you are still here. You're showing up and you're learning, okay? So you're fighting, and that is courage. And remember, even on days when it feels hard, you're never alone. There is a community here, a team, a family. Mildred made it so easy. I remember one time when she called me and I was like, wow. They're even reaching out to me. Lydia, up to today, you're still talking, and they're checking on me despite completing my season. To ensure this, lean into a support. I love one of our members who said, I have my support system, and he showed the wife is next to him. Let yourself be human. Progress isn't linear, okay, but healing is always possible. One thing though, to anyone out here thinking about joining the DTLC, one thing I loved the most was the relationship with food, which was very poor for me. But I would encourage you, you don't have to have it all figured out. Like me, I just got into the program without actually having that purpose or even understanding, but along the way, I got a purpose. I gained more confidence, more self-esteem, which I'd lost for some years. And you don't even need to be fit or actually motivated or even just sure of yourself when you want to start. You just need to be willing to try one step, one day at a time. Okay. So when I joined, I didn't know how much it would actually change me. I thought it was just about weight loss, but the TLC is so much than that. Okay. It's about healing. It's about learning. It's also about finally putting yourself first in a world that is often telling you to come last. You will gain knowledge, yes, but you will also gain a tribe, a community that celebrates your wins, holds you accountable, and lifts you when you feel like quitting. I love how they put the screenshots on our steps. And I remember always yearning to be among the top 5. I wouldn't even want to be among the last people because I was always saying, these are screenshots. Everyone is doing this from Nancy, from, oh my God, from Virginia. And I was like, I will need to be a top 5. So I would walk some distance. When it's 9,000 steps, I need 10,000 because we would be appreciated when it's above 10,000 steps. Okay, so and don't worry about being perfect. You
don't have to
you
be.
will fall. Okay, you will fall and stumble, but you need to rise up. Okay, and be stronger. Thank you so much, DTLC team, for always having my heart out there. I love you so much for what you've done to me as a person, not just as a therapist. I've grown and developed personally, and I appreciate the program so much for what you're doing. Thank you.
Awesome.
Don't
That
make
is
me cry.
beautiful story.
Thank
And
you
very
so
well
much.
told. He's
Yeah.
speaking like a poet, eh? Very well
Yeah.
told.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
And we wish you the
Yeah.
very best.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Lorraine, somebody asked a question here if it's only for people living with diabetes, but I wanted to say there are some seasons that are specifically for persons living with diabetes, and this is because diabetes requires a lot more information than if you're just generally learning how to live a lifestyle. There's glucose monitoring, knowing your medication, and many other things. But season 10 is total lifestyle change for everybody. So even remember, Nancy, who spoke first, she was not living with diabetes, but she joined the diabetes session and she clarified it is lifestyle. It's only that when you have the people living with diabetes need a lot more information that deals with diabetes. That is why sometimes we group them alone. But season 10 is for total lifestyle change. So join us. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, as everybody's spoken, we are always
Yes.
running out of time, but today you'll just bear with us. We shall stick it out. Miss Lorraine, what do you have to say?
Yeah, let us. I think we've had very powerful stories. I think anybody who's not joined in can tell that it's real. It's not a fad. It's just you working on your lifestyle, and it works, as we have had. Amazing stories indeed, Vincent. So shall we step on into the next session then, just so that we are able to put everything together and still keep our time not too badly, eh?
Yes,
So
but before that, do you think you can give people maybe 5 minutes to ask a question or two, and then we can have Professor Hiba join us for just a short motivational talk? Is there a burning question?
Yes. Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, and this is my first time to join this webinar, and I joined late. Kindly, what does this initial stands for? DTLC legacy. And I joined late after some colleagues were sharing success stories. So kindly describe what it is about this program. Thank you.
Okay. In brief, DTLC stands for Diabesity Total Lifestyle Change Program. My name is Dr. Alice Ojwang. I'm specialized in managing or preventing obesity and diabetes, and of course the other conditions that in there. So having practiced for 25 years managing individuals, I realized that if I'm going to make an impact and help people reverse diabetes and reverse many other conditions and live a healthy life, then I needed to do something different. And this is why we started a group wellness program. Because also as I manage individual, I know that for somebody living with diabetes or overweight, you need like a minimum of 6 to 12 sessions. But when I was managing individuals, they will come for 3, 1, 2 sessions and then they disappear. So I have not impacted your life. So we wanted to impact people. And so I have a team that we work with. We have doctors, we have nutritionists, we have, like the lady who just talked, she's a psychologist. And so it's a whole network of health professionals that take you through different sessions and help you become healthier. But if you register to come here, that means you provided your email address. So we will share the video with you and you can learn more about the program. Yes. So somebody asked, what's the investment? Lydia, do you want to quickly tell us that, please?
Well, yes. For the first time in DTLC, we have a very, I could say, very accommodative investment price for this program. Because if you pay before the program begins, that is 9th of June, it's 20,000. Usually it's 30,000. So if you're an early bird, you pay before the 9th, it's 20,000 for the 12 weeks. We look forward. I'm looking forward to receiving your registration forms, your calls regarding this. I'll be able to help you out.
Yeah.
And Peter, you could answer the ones on the group, on the chat, anyone who's asking about the investment and what to do. So, Dr. John?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lydia. And yeah, remember, you will do very well. You will be happy. And we are a whole team and plus all the other clients. So I'd like to congratulate everybody in season 9. We know that all of you have made changes. All of you have won, but we were just interviewing a few people. So we've not forgotten you. So we are going to invite Professor Hiba. Professor Hiba is, she's now a professor at the Labrador University. We started DTLC together during COVID. We got funding. We tested the program in the UK with African and Caribbeans, and we confirmed that the module we had put together works. The module is actually 24 weeks, but we do it for 12 weeks. And this is why, so all the people who've been from DTLC 1 to DTLC 9, we keep giving you all these challenges. It's coming from the other modules. So here is Hiba. Thank you, Hiba. We didn't meet you in this. They didn't meet season 9 at the beginning.
You didn't, Dr. John. You know the life here. Good evening, everybody.
I know,
Nice
but we are happy to have you. So over to you, sweetheart. Yeah.
Thank you so much. After hearing all of those inspiring stories, I'm like, what can I add to beat all of these, inspiring stories? I have few words to say and then briefly share my own story. I know I don't have a lot of time, but I'd like to say congratulations to everybody on completing your 12-week journey. You've done something truly remarkable, committing to 12 weeks of making healthier lifestyle choices. It is not easy. So showing up for yourself, staying disciplined and pushing through even when it wasn't easy. Remember, Dr. Ojwang mentioned we started with a pilot in the UK. So when I say it's not easy, I know what I'm talking about. Each step you took, whether it was the 10,000 steps, whether it was exercising, whether it was cutting down on your meat intake, choosing, healthier foods, or simply just showing up with a positive mindset has brought you closer to a healthier, stronger, and a more empowered version of yourself. Now, remember, this is more than just a program. It's the foundation of a lifestyle that you've built with purpose and persistence. All of you on that journey have inspired others by dedicating staying disciplined and proving that change is possible with consistency and belief. Now, permit me, Dr. Ojwang and Miss Lorraine, to briefly share my own story. I promise I won't be long.
Okay, no problem.
I want to share my screen.
Yeah. Just yes, you can share now. You've been enabled. Okay.
So when we started the pilot, when Dr. Ojwang and I started discussing, where is this? Sorry, I'm just trying to have so many things opened. Where's the share button? Yeah, found it. I am a researcher, I've been in research for like over 15 years. So after doing research, on food environments, on dietary behaviors for so many years, I wanted to see, more changes in the community because I work on African and Caribbean people in the UK. So I was interested in seeing some changes, healthier and sustainable changes, because as you know, there are a lot of these programs out there, fat diets, that people get onto it, they lose weight, and then they go back to bad behaviors. So my motivation was to learn how to support people to make lifestyle changes, to get that practical support, to be able to help myself, but help others as well, and also to look for a healthy way to lose weight. Now, this is my story. I told you my motivation, just losing weight, getting that practical support in order to support myself, my family, and people within my network. Along the line, I started getting, what you see. This is me. All those things you see there are stuff that I started getting for months. Dr. Ojwang and I tried. My doctors here gave me medication. It wasn't just going away. We tried intermittent fast. We did so many things. It was just not going away. Now, after being on the DTLC, the pilot was called Sahara TLC. Strangely, unexpectedly, because the medications were not working, so I stopped. I gave up on it, and I was just living with it, And then suddenly, these things, so the doctors called it idiopathic urticaria. So it's idiopathic means unknown. So, I'm getting all of these, if you like, call it allergies, but we didn't know the causes of these allergies. Now, having been committed to, the lifestyle change program we're doing, after a while, all of these allergies and itches and swelling just vanished. Now, this was not a goal I set out for myself because I didn't even know I had this, but focusing on everything we had in the plan, led to me feeling better. And I can proudly say that ever since that time, I haven't really experienced this. Now, what is my message to you? I had a lot of people talking about, the positive stories. Every now and then there would be some people who might not see these changes other people are talking about. It happens. And it's to people like that I have a message to, So whatever the changes are, even if you are not seeing it, even if it's not visible, because 1 or 2 people might say they didn't lose weight, even if it's not visible to you, it is doing something really good in your body. In my case, this other thing that I didn't even set out to do was corrected. You can't go wrong when you make healthier lifestyle choices, is what I'm trying to say. So don't underestimate the value of the small changes we make on this program. The effects will multiply as you keep repeating them. You might not see, I know lots of people see immediate results, but this is specifically for any person who might not have seen the changes they wanted to see. You just have to keep going at it. Keep going at it, and eventually you would see, you'll be successful. You would see some results. Now, just a few more slides. Sometimes, again, to people who say they might not have seen any changes. And Dr. Ojwang and Miss Lorraine, did you get anyone on the program who complained? Are there, because in the past, you didn't get anybody. So are we saying that everyone here so we're able to achieve the goals they set out to themselves? Is that what
they did? But we had a few fights. The way you tell people no tea, no meat at night. There's always a few fights with people like, oh, why can't I just eat my meat? But once they understand why we're doing that, then it's the smooth ride. But there's always questions. Oh, can I have my tea? Why can't I have my tea? And then I said, just work with me. Just read. And we provide literature, like scientific backed literature. Then they're like, okay, we can do this. It's never a smooth run completely.
What I'm trying to say, it is not, but we need to be committed. We need to be, dedicated to the process, because sometimes, and some of those people, sometimes based on the experience we had in the UK, it's because they want, quick fixes. They expect to see the changes happening immediately. We expect that progress in a linear process, and what I'm trying to say is that people start to build habits, they see no change, and then they decide to quit. Luckily, all the stories I've heard here so far have been positive, and that gladdens my heart, And that's why I was like, I really don't know who to inspire here, because most people on the program season 9 seem like they got it right. The previous sessions, you always get those naysayers, a few people who would complain. And that is why I wanted to speak to those people. If one or two people who think that this wasn't right for them, please go back and visit your why. And I know Dr. Ojwang did that presentation at the beginning about what is your why, because if you stick to your why, you might not argue so much with the team when they are telling you to cut down on your meat and, all of that, because you know what your why is and you have connected with your underlying purpose for joining this session. Okay? If you believe right from the onset and you set those SMART goals, then you will achieve your goals. If you believe and you plan, you follow the processes in the program, then you're definitely going to succeed. It is when you don't, you start and you're not too sure, maybe because other programs have failed, then be sure that you might not also succeed because you were not sure from the onset that this was going to work, and you fight with the team. Okay? So for everyone thinking of joining, you've heard all the success stories. Before you get on board, and I really encourage you to do this, overcome negative thoughts. Join the train. People are changing their lives. The only investment we should really focus on is on our health. Really, when we are not healthy, all of the millions we are trying to gather, for our pension, we might not even be alive to be able to enjoy those millions. So let us try and invest in our health now. It is not too much to ask for this network of health professionals who are giving so much time to support us, to make an impact. We have this group here, to serve as an accountability group. And there's evidence to show that once you have someone or a team to hold you accountable, then you will succeed. We are more powerful when we empower each other. And that is what this group is about. So that is what this program is about. Now, my favorite quotes: if you want to do something if you want something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done before. For new people thinking of joining, is this something you really want? Are you interested in having that healthy lifestyle so you can go about your work? If that is what you are looking for, you need to be willing to do something you've never done before, which is this program. Okay. Finally, to everybody who joined this program and to all of our participants in the previous seasons, I'd say keep going, keep building, keep inspiring. The best version of you is still unfolding. To all of us, we've got this. All of us on DTLC, we've got this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Hiba. No, sorry, Professor Hiba. Congratulations for that new step change.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you very much for that motivation. So, Dr. Ojwang, you want to take up that part about the awards?
Yes, thank you, Prof. Hiba. And where's Dr. Asamane? I thought he was joining us today. Okay, thank you. That's my colleague from the UK. And yes, people, it's been refreshing. Everybody on the team, and this season we had only 10 people. And so it was small and intimate, but we can have more. So do you think that you need? Have you been struggling with medication? Have you been wondering what I need to do with my health and maybe just waiting for the worst to happen? You don't need to think negative. Professor Hiba just said, remove the negative thoughts. You can do this. So I'm just going to share slides to show the awards for DTLC, and then we can conclude. So I'm just sharing the slides. So yes, can you tell me whether you can see? What do you see, Miss Lorraine?
I see the team, the
Yes.
DTLC team.
Yes, so you can see this is the team for those who just came. Lorraine is the host, myself, Mildred, our family doctors. Unfortunately, both of them are in a diabetes conference out of the country, so they're not able to join us. Professor Hiba, Yvonne Kirere, who talks about glucose monitoring. We met Dr. Nelly Otieno and her team, our psychologist. Dr. Ivan Samani, also from the UK, didn't join us today. Dr. Sally is the podiatrist who deals with your food and food care. Professor Tamari is sexual medicine. So some sessions we've had that. And Dr. Victor, also public health expert, but also supports us with sexual medicine and intermittent fasting. So in this program, some of the things we did is we provided for you, we were able to give people books to read. We watched a few documentaries, including Hack Your Health, What the Health. We read a book on, the diabetes code. So when you come, be ready to work, because the person who knows more about their health lives the longest. If you're hypertensive, you're diabetic, or you just want to lose weight, or you have high cholesterol, or you're fatigued and all these things, you just need to learn a few things about your health. So then, let me give the awards. Remember, everybody has awarded, but you want to see that this is what we do. PESA Up Top Performance. So in 12 months, Adeline Munuo did 906,000 steps. She was the first female participant. Where is Adeline? Adeline is one of our participants from Tanzania. Nancy talked earlier at 536. Susan Adongo, who is also here, very successful, has done very well together with her husband, was at 500,000 steps. Season 7 still takes the cup. Somebody did 1.3 million steps in season 7. So we are still trying to beat that. But well done. For the men, Leonard Atto, 891 step. Roderick, who also talked, 646. Andrew and I, 611,000 steps. So these guys tried to achieve 10,000 steps every day for the 12 weeks. So we have certificates for everybody. Everybody gets a certificate, because 12 weeks, every night, every week, every day you're posting your food, your blood sugar, your blood pressure, you're going walking, you're talking, you're posting. This is a commitment. Everybody deserves a certificate, of course. So everybody gets a certificate. But then fast forward, we have food posts, okay? Please know that when you get into this program, we need pictures. We need pictures to be able to educate you. And so Lillian Wainaina had the most posts, 125 posts out of those days. Yes, that was very good, Lillian. Nancy, 114 posts. Doreen, 110 posts. It was very, very, everybody was having 109, 103, 101, 199. So people really posted very well. And the men, Roderick was the highest, and Leonard, they all tried. So we must give them a big hand of applause. We know that in our traditions, men are not even supposed to take pictures and do things like that. But like Mr. Andai said, he became organized. So he ate very good plates of food, yeah. So we are so proud of them also. And then we have participants. During sessions, we meet every Monday at 8 p.m. And when we started the season, we started on a Saturday afternoon, then we went to a Saturday evening, and then the votes landed on Monday evening. And so this one has worked successfully. So when mamas have put children to bed, Fathers have put children to bed also, and the family is relaxed. So we have the sessions Monday evening at 8 p.m. And so these are very active participants, like always sharing information, always giving of themselves, asking questions. Everybody participates, but we take the top. And please note that we mark everything. So Nancy takes the cup for the ladies. Jenna Whitty takes the cup, also number 2. Adeline Minuo, 3. And then for the male participants, Andrew and I takes the cup, Leonard Atto and Roderick. So this is talking and conversations. And so what do we say? We extend our heartfelt thanks to all participants of DTLC Season 9. Your dedication is inspiring, and we wish you every success on your weight loss journey. And remember, we are still here. Once you complete Season 9, we put you in the community. And you know what is going on in the community now. Virginia said something about it. We're having raw vegetable intake campaign. And you heard Virginia saying when she wakes up in the morning, her vegetables have been cut. So DTLC, you're going to join the community and continue the campaign. We are always going to meet every quarter, reunion, find out what you're doing, what your challenge is. And we have our interns in those groups. All of us are in those groups, and we still continue to answer your questions. So it's not over. The journey, you're just making a good version of yourself, as Professor Hiba said. Thank you. Lorraine.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ojwang. So, as we bid farewell to our Season 9 participants, we are also looking forward to launching Season 10 on June the 9th. Please invite your friends, recommend your community to DTLC. We shall be very happy to take care of them. You can trust us to do that. To our Season 9 graduating class, as you embark on this exciting new chapter, may your knowledge be your compass and your dedication your guide. Go forth and nourish both yourselves and your community. To the DTLC team, the doctors, the founders, everybody, thank you very much for your commitment in imparting knowledge and supporting us in this journey. And to everybody who joined this evening, thank you for making that time. Dr. Ojwang, I'm sure you have something, last words to tell us today.
Yes, thank you. Last words. Yeah, okay. My last words to you are, we are not really closing this beautiful journey. We are still together, but we want to thank you so much for your trust in us, your efforts to post food and to do your part, and your honesty throughout these 12 weeks. People put plates that they knew were going to get a red X, but because they wanted to learn. So thank you for trusting us. And to our facilitators, some of you here, some of you away, and health professionals, we thank you so much. And our champions, Mary Nyawade and Noah Sangai. We didn't get to see you. We thank you so much for supporting the DTLC Season 9 team. They could not have done it without you. We are so grateful for giving of your time. You know, it's 8 o'clock, it's time for family, but you're always there guiding and supporting them. Thank you so much. But imagine we cannot close this session without seeing your faces. So just prepare to come in and talk for 30 seconds so that they can see you. And to our participants you are the reason that we exist. Your stories, your strength, your transformation are a reminder that change is possible one step at a time. So thank you. I am so glad I do this. This brings me so much joy. And we know that in the very near future, we are looking for sponsorship so that this program is affordable. You can see the team that goes behind him, the work that's behind it. So if you know a sponsor, if you have some money and you want to sponsor people, my goal is that in the next 2 years, Jehovah willing, people can pay 5,000 for this program. It can be translated into Swahili, Luo, Kikuyu, Luya, major languages in Kenya, and it should be on YouTube, free access to people who want to transform their lives. So these are my prayers, and I'm very grateful for your support. So I'd really, really like, I cannot go to bed without seeing my champion. So please, Mary Nyawade, Noah Sangai, could you just show your faces for a minute, please? Noah is here, and you can talk 30 seconds. Nyawade, where are you? These are my champions. We can't do it. Mary, are you
Thank
here?
you so much. Thank you so
Yes.
much. Here we are.
Yes.
I was diabetic in the group, season 7. Here I am. This is now going to 6 months without medicine. It's possible. Courtesy of this group.
Yes.
Karibu sana.
And Mr. Noah, tell them that you buy vegetables and cook vegetables and eat vegetables, and you
Oh,
challenge
yes.
old men.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I showed my wife here.
Mm.
And I do buy, I cook.
Mm.
No worries. The men in
Mm.
the room, we can do it. Why not? Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And so thank you so much, everybody, for honoring us today. We will share the video. We will share information with you. Lydia has been putting the link if you'd like to join season 10 so that we can contact you. If you sign, then we will provide more information. So thank you so much and have a good night.